George Fisher Sloan Incorporated presents solvent cement joining of PVC and CPVC plastic piping systems. Let's review the tools and materials needed for solvent cement joining of vinyls. Alcohol or industrial plastic pipe cleaners are needed to prepare the surfaces to be joined. George Fisher Sloan Incorporated supplies and recommends IPS brand Weldon primer and solvent cement for joining our vinyl product. Pipe deburring and chamfering tools are required to properly prepare the cut pipe in. A measure and marking pen will be used to mark the pipe at the socket depth. The materials to be joined should be clean of dirt and debris. The joining surfaces must be cleaned with alcohol or pipe cleaning solvent. This is easily accomplished using an applicator and clean rag. The end of the pipe must be cut square to allow a flush fit in the socket bottom. The end is deburred and a chamfer is created at the outside end. The chamfer is important for a uniform solvent cement distribution in the joint when the pipe is inserted into the fitting. When preparing the pipe end, check for cracks or damage that may have occurred when the pipe was cut. Measure the depth of the socket from the entrance to the pipe stop. Transfer the measurement to a mark on the pipe exterior. This mark is used to guide the application of the primer to the correct length on the pipe. The primer will discolor the pipe and can then be used as a reference for application of the solvent cement to the proper length and provide an indication that the pipe is flush with the socket bottom on insertion. Work quickly with the primer and solvent cement, as they should be wet during the joining phase. Apply the primer to the socket interior and to the pipe exterior to the mark. 2 coats should be applied. While the primer is still wet, apply the solvent cement to the fitting interior and along the primed pipe length. Again, 2 coats should be applied. The solvent cement is applied liberally while avoiding pooling inside the fitting. pipe is firmly inserted into the fitting, and when it nears the socket bottom, a quarter turn of the pipe while applying pressure will aid in fully seating the pipe end. Pressure is applied for at least 30 seconds, or as recommended by the solvent cement manufacturer's guideline. A common cause of failure with solvent cemented joined vinyls is the failure to fully bottom the pipe into the socket. The depiction shows a cross section of a good bottomed out joint and a bad joint where the pipe end is not resting against the pipe stop. Once the joint has set adequately, use a rag or paper towel to clean the excess solvent cement from the pipe and fitting surfaces. This step is important not only for appearance, but also to prevent the solvent cement from acting on the exposed pipe and fitting surfaces. Do not disturb prepared joints for a period of time as recommended by the solvent cement manufacturer based on pipe size and environmental conditions. The next segment looks at large diameter PVC and CPVC solvent cement joining technique. The materials needed to join large diameter vinyl pipe and fittings are alcohol or industrial pipe cleaner, primer and solvent cement, a file or rasp to deburr and chamfer the pipe end, applicators for the primer and solvent cement, a measure and marking pen. Use the file or rasp to deburr the cut pipe end and to create a 15-degree chamfer on the end exterior surface. It is important that the pipe end is cut square so that it will seat flush at the socket bottom when joined. Clean the pipe exterior and the fitting socket interior with alcohol or industrial vinyl pipe cleaner. Use the measure to determine the socket depth and transfer the measurement to the pipe with the marker. The mark is used to determine the area where the primer is applied. The use of a mechanical pipe joiner is recommended. The device depicted here is from Reed Manufacturing Company and may be obtained through George Fisher Sloan Incorporated. This device will aid in fully seating the fitting onto the pipe and will hold the fitting in position until the cement has developed enough holding strength to prevent the fitting from backing off. Work the primer into the inside surface of the fitting socket and to the exterior surface of the pipe end up to the mark. Make 2 passes on each to ensure the primer is fully distributed. Next, apply the solvent cement to the socket interior and to the prime surface of the pipe end. Apply the cement liberally and use 2 coats. Using the mechanical pipe joiner, pull the fitting onto the pipe until it reaches the socket bottom. Large diameter solvent joints should be firmly held in place for at least 3 minutes, or as recommended by the solvent cement manufacturer. Using a paper towel or rag, clean the excess cement from the outside surface of the joint. A full bead should be seen at the joint exterior. If void areas are observed, it may indicate that not enough solvent cement was applied or the pipe was not properly chamfered. Keep in mind that environmental conditions, such as temperature and humidity, can greatly influence the set and cure times for these types of joints. You should refer to the recommendations and detailed instructions provided in George Fisher Sloan Incorporated product literature, as well as the solvent cement manufacturer's instructions and guidelines. George Fisher Sloan Incorporated provides literature upon request that gives more detail for the installation, use, and technical considerations of our products. These documents may be obtained by calling our Little Rock, Arkansas manufacturing facility at 1-800-423-2686, or you may visit our website at www.sloan.georgefisher.com.